Already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man. You could tap in or you could tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know, right? Time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K, all right? Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, all right? Now, do me a favor, my G's. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. You understand me? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is. It'll be what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down, my G's, all right? Yeah, tap in to the Realest. Now, listen, man. I got a lot of people in the DM. You know what I mean? Big G and BTV, what's your perspective on the whole situation with the Matrix? Yeah, what's your thought process on the whole situation with this Matrix 5 movie being made and the Matrix is crashing and burning? Now, you got to know something. When it comes to the Matrix, just the word itself, the Matrix, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. You hear a lot of us content creators speaking about the Matrix. You hear a lot of people using the Matrix as a metaphor to get a point across or to tell a story or to explain what's going on with the higher ups and the elites. You feel what I'm saying? So anytime that word is brought up, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. All right? So, you know, the downloads have begun to download. And if you see the thumbnail to this here live stream, you know, we about to go down a rabbit hole, okay? Now, again, you know where you at. So you know we got to bait the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But we are about to explore. I'm about to take y'all there. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. It's one of the reasons you come to this channel, all right? And when you look at the thumbnail, again, when you look at that thumbnail, when you see that melanated black woman on that thumbnail, you need to understand something. That's where we're going to start at. We're going to start right there with the melanated woman, okay? One thing for sure, two things for certain. You need to know this. We're going live again tonight. We're going to talk more about black women, the melanated woman, okay? We're going to get deep with this, but right now, I want to start right here, right now, with this Matrix talk. And again, even the Matrix starts with a melanated black woman. Or we gonna have a conversation. All right, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And you already know we gonna go left, we gonna go right, we gonna talk about the higher ups and the elites. Nobody connects the dots like Grown Man Business TV. Nobody hits the nail on the head like Grown Man Business TV. So you need to know something. Oh, we about to do this. All right, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, before we go any further, you already know I got to do some customizations to the chat, especially when I'm talking like this, especially when we about to go where we about to go. I got to do some customizations to the chat. The higher ups and the elites are always playing chess at the highest level. They always trying to muffle the message. They want to shadow ban the channel. The higher ups and the elites understand absolutely that Grown Man Business TV is a threat to the establishment. Not only that, the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. So before I go any further, I got to do some customizations to the chat. Big salute, well over 100 in here already. Hit the like button. Do what you're supposed to do when you step in here, all right? Now, you heard me right. The Matrix, we about to talk about this. The Matrix is crashing. It's crashing all around us. And as powerful as the Matrix is, as powerful as the word, just the whole ideology when it comes down to what the Matrix represents, it starts with a black woman. The same way the original man all the way through to mankind started with a melanated black woman. Now, we're going to talk about this because when I say the Matrix is crashing, you got to understand it ain't really what you think. And that's where we going to go. Big salute, man. Let me do some customizations to the chat. I don't want to wait any longer. The downloads have downloaded. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, I can't hold these downloads. I can't hold them. I don't write out these live streams. This ain't scripted. I'm connected to the Matrix like Neo was. I'm connected to the cosmos like Neo. You got to understand something. These downloads, yeah, we ain't writing rhymes when it come to these downloads. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right, let's talk. Big salute to the chat. Let me get into it. Let me do what I need to do so we can get into this situation. Big salute. It is what it is, man. We about to have a conversation. We going to connect the dots like none other. There's nobody going to talk about this. There's nobody that can even see through the smoke and mirrors like this. You understand what I'm saying? I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. It's not because I want to be the only one in it. It's really because I was picked. I was chosen for this. We gonna get, yeah, it's gonna get deep. We gonna get even deeper tonight. I got some studying to do. But in between my studying, man, I gotta deliver these downloads. I can't sleep with the downloads. I can't rest until I deliver. Okay, so let me handle this. Big salute to the chat. Well over 100 in here. Hit the like button, man. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. You know what to do. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. All right? Yeah. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah, you like that, all right? Did you miss me? Now listen, you see that right there at the bottom of the chat. You see, it's right there. You see that, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, using your Twitter fingers to do what your Twitter fingers like to do. Yeah, Twittering and using your Twitter fingers all in the chat with the Twitter friend. Yeah, doing all the Twittering with your Twitter fingers and all that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV, yours truly, 757's own. All right? Breezy Santana, I see you in the chat. Mr. Universe, I see you in the chat. Salute to the homie Breezy, man. Get well. Hope you're feeling better. Let's get into this. The Matrix is crashing all around us. And, you know, the Matrix, man, it's just a powerful word. It's a powerful is the narrative. Everything that comes with the Matrix, right? Is powerful. And I want to say, you know, the first Matrix, the Matrix movie that came out in 1999 is top 3. It's like one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time, all times. You understand? The Matrix, Django, and then, you know, I could shift through and I could pick another one to put in that top 3. But the Matrix and Django, top 2 all times in my book. You know, you got to understand that the Matrix is not just a movie. The Matrix is not just a movie that how they painted it for y'all, how they downgraded it, how they muffled the message, how they stole the message. So before we get any deeper into what the Matrix is and how it's crashing, because I want to tell you something. When I say that the Matrix is crashing, everybody with the dog fur, y'all need to open up your ears. All right? I respectfully, I need you to take that dog fur, put it in a ponytail so that your ears are exposed to this message, because you got to understand something. It always come back around to the dog fur, and it ain't looking good for y'all. It ain't looking good. We gonna get into that. Before we break and scratch the surface, we got to start at the origin. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be respectful if I just let y'all go on believing what you believe about the Matrix. Okay? So we're going to start right here. Before we go any further, before we go any deeper, you need to know the origin of the Matrix. And I'll say this. Top 3, within my top 5, the Matrix, Django, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. There it is. Now I got 2 more that I can reach out to. My top 5, 3 of them is The Matrix, Django, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. All right? Now, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, you already know. I kept the receipts, my G. I don't go nowhere without them. I wouldn't make a move without having the receipts in my back pocket. So I got the receipts. Before you get in my DMs and before you try to address this situation, you might want to sit back and you might want to watch these receipts. You might want to learn who, you might want to learn something. All right? Big salute to the chat. Let's get into this first receipt right here. I want to introduce to y'all, this beautiful melanated woman by the name of Sophia Stewart, a prodigy, a black woman, a prodigy. See, y'all might not never heard of Sophia Stewart. You heard of The Matrix, but you never heard of Sophia Stewart, the creator of The Matrix, the creator of Terminator 2, Judgment Day, the actual origin. See, and I got the receipts. So I'm gonna show y'all who created The Matrix, who created this whole interface that we use and that we talk about, right? And then I'm gonna show you who they gave the credit to. Oh, that dog fur is diabolical. It is what it is. The diabolical dog fur or the dog fur is diabolical. However, which way you want to put it, it got the dog fur. It's in there. Respectfully, I wouldn't be representing my people right if I didn't introduce you to Sophia Stewart before we get into the mix of this. If I didn't bring the origin, the creator into the situation, this black woman, if I didn't give her her justice and her credit due, yeah. So respectfully, I want y'all to sit back, relax, and let's get into this first receipt. All right, well over 200 in here. I want y'all to open your ears and pay attention. Before we get into the Matrix, we need to listen to who created the Matrix. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. All right, look.
How did you come up with the Terminator? Take us there and the Matrix.
It was a script in a book. The Terminator is the prequels to the beginning of the Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connors, Jesus Christ, grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel, past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. See, it's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children, which was technology.
So man versus nature.
Exactly. So the Terminator has to time travel to the past because they know it's Sarah Connor. And they have to kill her, terminate her, so she won't have the baby. And Kyle Reese, he comes from the future to protect her, and he inadvertently gets her pregnant. And he has to go back to the future. And so it's the Immaculate Conception, because now she's pregnant and she fell in love with a man, but did it really happen? Did he exist? And then this child, when you see the 3 Terminators, the boy, and then the man-child, subconsciously, he doesn't know why the Terminator is trying to kill him until he's hidden out in the city, in the Matrix, the future. When he reaches 30 years of age, the rebellion, reloaded, revolution starts. And the rebels come and they find him because they've been watching him all along. That's what the Guardians and the Sentinels are all about. And so they wake him up to his purpose. They take him to Morpheus to train him to fight the machines. They take him to the Oracle because of the prophecy. So this is the whole epic story. It's an epic. It reminded me of Muhammad Ali. He was a very, very great friend of mine. And the Neo character is actually created from him, being a black superhero for us, a living one at that time.
But where does it come from? in your DNA? Your
Well, my
grandparents?
grandmother, full-blooded Cherokee, she was a shaman. So the oracle is actually created from me. I created those characters, and it's based on myself as a visionary seer. So I have a gift, but multiple gifts.
Whew. Now, I needed to put that out there for all you YouTubers and content creators and all you dudes using the word matrix and, you know what I'm saying, throwing it in your sentences and all that. You need to actually know the origin. Yeah, that ain't no African woman. That's full-blown Cherokee. I told y'all we was already over here. I told y'all that. I gave y'all that game. You understand what I'm saying? I connected those dots for you. Those downloads that she was talking about, those is the downloads that I be talking about. This ain't no Ghana. This ain't South Johannesburg. This ain't Nigeria. This ain't that. They not like us. Okay? So that young lady, you know, and I like to speak about this melanated woman because she remind me of like my mother. She remind me of my auntie. You know, my Aunt Punchy, they got a lot in common. They talk the same. Subconsciously, we was given this game all along, but we was being brainwashed by the dog fur. Okay, respectfully, I don't want to run this in the dirt, but I'm gonna run this one more time for the people in the back. I'm gonna run this receipt one more time for the people in the back, and then we gonna go forward with this. Full-blown Cherokee, melanated woman. Because we're going to double back tonight and we're going to talk directly to melanated. I got a message. I got a download. But right now, we on the Matrix. Big salute to Sophia Stewart for delivering this download, for giving that game up, not holding back. See, when you get these downloads, you don't sleep on them. You don't downplay them. You don't procrastinate on them. You give it to the people. Talk to them. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
How did you come up with the Terminator? Take us there and the Matrix.
It was a script in a book. The Terminator is the prequels to or the beginning of the Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connors, Jesus Christ grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel, past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. Because see, it's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children, which was technology.
So man versus nature.
Exactly. So the Terminator has to time travel to the past because they know it's Sarah Connor. And they have to kill her, terminate her, so she won't have the baby. And Kyle Reese, he comes from the future to protect her, and he inadvertently gets her pregnant. And he has to go back to the future. And so it's the Immaculate Conception, because now she's pregnant, and she fell in love with a man, but did it really happen? Did he exist? And then this child, when you see the three Terminators, the boy, and then the man-child, subconsciously, he doesn't know why the Terminator is trying to kill him until he's hidden out in the city, in the Matrix, the future. When he reaches 30 years of age, the rebellion, the reloaded, revolution starts. And the rebels come and they find him because they've been watching him all along. That's what the Guardians and the Sentinels are all about. And so they wake him up to his purpose. They take him to Morpheus to train him to fight the machines. They take him to the Oracle because of the prophecy. So this is the whole epic story. It's an epic. It reminded me of Muhammad Ali. He was a very, very great friend of mine. And the Neo character is actually created from him, being a black superhero for us, a living one at that time.
But where does it come from in your DNA? Your
Well,
grandparents?
my grandmother, full-blooded Cherokee, she was a shaman. So the Oracle is actually created from me. I created those characters, and it's based on myself as a visionary seer. So I have a gift, but multiple gifts.
Okay, so that was just for the people in the back. Big salute to the chat. That, it was a lot. I always felt a certain way about the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I didn't really get into the other ones, but that one right there with Skynet, the whole situation with the machines, man versus the machine. As a youngster, it resonated with me the same way the Matrix resonated with me. And it was all created by a melanated FBA black woman. You understand? So that's where we're starting at tonight. Okay? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, before we get deep into this, because this is just an introduction of what you need to be introduced to this. Yeah, you're talking about the Matrix, but you don't even know who created the Matrix. Okay? So now I want to just show you what the dog fur did to the Matrix. I want to show you who they got representing this beautiful black woman's work. And then we're going to go forward. Oh, yeah, it always circles back to the dog fur. You need to understand something. The way this Matrix we have been brainwashed in and living in for all of these years, the way it was set up, there's no other way around it. When people get in my DM and they say, yo, GMB TV, why is it always about race? Why do you always circle around? It's because all roads lead to the dog fur. All roads. Everything we see taking place in America, everything we see taking place in the White House, everything we see taking place all over this globe that's negative or evil or war written, all roads lead back to the dog fur. So don't ever let anybody trick you out of position by pulling a race card and saying, why are you always going back to race? It's always been about race. It's always been melanated or not. You either melanated or you not. You either got hair or you got dog fur. It's always been this way. So now that we connecting the dots, now that the downloads are downloading, all of a sudden you don't want it to be about that. Well, you don't get it how you want it. You get it how it is. Yeah. That's for everybody in the DM. You don't get it how you want it. You gonna get it how it is. Okay? So now that you heard Sophia Stewart explain the Terminator 2 all the way connected to Matrix, how she wrote, how she did this. Now I'm going to show you what the dog fur did to it. And then we're going to go to the next level. But, right here, I'm going to just say this. You got a decent strand of dog fur, brother. I don't really like your shirt, but your dog fur is fluffy and it's shiny. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look. I don't really like your shirt right here, but your dog fur, you got a good strand of dog fur right there, brother. Yeah. I don't really like your shirt right here though. Your shirt, I don't really like it. I don't like the look in your eyes either. But that strand of dog, that strand is a good strand right there. Yeah. I don't know if it's the mousse. It might be the mousse. The Sassoon shampoo. I'm not really sure what you did right there, but you did something good to the dog fur. I don't like your shirt, and I don't like the look in your eyes. Respectfully. Okay? I wanted to throw that out there. Let's I want y'all to listen to this. Pay attention. Go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
Not many people know this, but the brothers who created The Matrix, one of the best movies ever, now look like this. From brothers, they became sisters.
Telepathy or symbiotic relationship.
I began to believe voices in my head.
So why are we only learning about this now? And what other secrets in The Matrix were hidden from us? The brothers who created The Matrix, one of the best movies ever, now look like this. From brothers, they became sisters.
Telepathy or symbiotic relationship.
I began to believe voices in my head.
So why are we only learning about this now? And what other secrets in the Matrix were hidden from us? Brothers who created the Matrix, one of the best movies ever, now look like this. From brothers, they became sisters.
Telepathy or symbiotic relationship.
I began to believe voices in my head.
So why are we only learning about this now? And what other secrets in the Matrix were hidden from us?
Now, I needed you to see that. I'm not going to give you no more. Take it how you want. Yeah, the absolute. Now, Sophia Stewart originated this whole concept, gave it to the world, gave it to the people so that we could use it for good. You understand? We could use it for good. We could use it as a blueprint on the direction that we are going and how to do it the right way. And that dog fur, not just a dog fur, but I'm talking a full-blown transmission. Two brothers turned sisters. They the ones that get credit for the Matrix. They are the producers. They are the directors. They are titled and credited as the originators of the Matrix. Now we get deep and get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. But again, all roads lead back to the dog fur. Like it or love it. Respectfully, I'm not being disrespectful. But we gotta call this out. Okay? So I want you to get I need to give you some context on what's going on here. The Waskowski brothers, or now the Waskowski sisters. Yeah, I'm not an Englishman. I don't speak proper English. Yeah. The Waskowskis. You know what? Yeah. We're gonna give you some light. Let's give these transmissions a little bit of light. I want to just show you what we're dealing with. Yeah, fuck it. Look, listen. I'm not going to listen. It is what it is. Look. The Waskowski sisters right here, who used to be brothers right here. Look. The Waskowski sisters. Look. The Waskowskis. The Waskowskis brothers to the Waskowskis. Look. So don't get mad at me when I expose the truth. A lot of you guys in my DM from what I said last night, you understand what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You don't like the truth. So now they take this gem, this diamond, this prolific content, and they put it in the hands of some mechanics, full-blown transmissions. Yeah, you're changing oil, huh? Yeah, you dudes like to change oils and the transmissions and all that. And you want us to believe that these people right here, these whatever you want to call them, reptilians, came up with the whole concept of the Matrix and Terminator 2 and John Connor and yeah, nasty work. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, so we needed to start right there. The Matrix was created just like majority of everything else on American soil. Majority of everything else that has been invented and created to push the original man forward, to push mankind forward, was created by melanated people. The Matrix is no different. Okay? So I know a lot of y'all thought that the white boys, they had created the Matrix, and I know y'all thought of the Hasta La Vista and all of that with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and now y'all thought that was created by the dog fur. Well, I'm here to correct you on that. Yeah, these downloads are deeper than you could even know. You know what I'm saying? So when Sophia Stewart broke that down, I know y'all never even knew that Terminator 2 and The Matrix was a connected. The Matrix is the sequel and the prequel of the Terminator 2. Y'all didn't know that. Is what it is. Let's get into this. Now that I gave y'all some context, I wanna let's get into the real meat and potatoes of the situation. All right. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button when y'all come in here. Now we are watching Donald Trump parade all over the globe. Parade the American flag, parade white supremacy, parade just savagery. Salute. I mean, I gotta be honest and I gotta keep it 100. It's absolute savagery that we've always seen when it comes from the dog fur. And Donald Trump is giving a prime example of what it is and what it always been. I'm gonna say this, right? My wife, she always, when something goes on with Donald Trump, she always texts me and she always says, your president, look what your president is doing. And you got to understand something. Donald Trump is not my president. I advocated for Donald Trump because this was necessary evil. This is a time and day in American history where everybody can see clearly the smoke and mirror has been smoothed away. The veil has been opened and we all can see clearly what the dog fur is doing. This is a time where we needed Donald Trump to go out there and be exactly who he is. So nobody can hide behind it. Nobody can make excuses. Nobody can point the finger. Everybody is watching and everybody, even the dog fur, they saying, man, we don't know what's going on. Well, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I'm explaining to you how the Matrix is crashing. Oh, yeah, it's about to get deep. Yeah, it's about to get deep. It is what it is. The Matrix, white supremacy, the whole construct of white and black is crashing right before our eyes. Okay? Then I'm going to show y'all something that y'all don't know about. I'm going to give y'all this download and I'm going to show y'all this receipt that y'all probably don't really know about, but it's going to connect the dots for you. It's crashing in on itself. We over there in Venezuela. We done kidnapped the president. We got his wife and them out there in New York City. We done told the world we about to take over Venezuela. We about to run this company. Yeah, the whole situation with the oil, we got that under control. Don't y'all worry about that. China, Russia, y'all need some oil. We are open for business. Yeah, that's exactly what Donald Trump said. We are open for business. And you better bring American dollars when you come over here. Yeah, we not doing nothing with the BRICS currency. Y'all can't spend that paper and we'll go to war about it. Oh, and we're going to talk about war about it. When I say that it's crashing on its own, when I say that it got white supremacy written all over it, what you got to understand is that it's getting real. They've been deporting people. Follow me. I want y'all to follow. I don't want this to go over your head or under your breath. Stay with me on this. They've been deporting people for the last 3, 4, 5 years. All we've been hearing about is deportation and immigration. And I've been telling y'all, the problem is immigrants are deporting immigrants. I've been telling y'all, if you in tune with the channel, I've been telling y'all, white people are immigrants on American soil. Y'all are immigrants. Y'all are not American. Y'all have been lied to. Y'all have been misled and brainwashed to believe that you are an American when I've been telling you Caucasian, Caucasus Mountains. Ain't no Caucasus Mountains in America. It ain't no Caucasus Mountains in Americas. Caucasian, Caucasus Mountains. That mean y'all from somewhere. Europeans, Europe. Spanish, Spaniards, Spain. So the problem is white people who are immigrants and foreign to America are deporting immigrants. Okay? That's the foundation. I've been feeding this. I've been giving y'all this game. Well, here's where it gets deep. After they deport everybody, after they don't have nobody else to deport, after they don't have nobody else to look at, it becomes dog fur on dog fur violence. Yeah, yeah. Didn't I tell you this? Now again, let me give y'all. Let me put this out there, right? Let me just say this before we go any further. My people, foundational Black Americans, we are the only people that don't have a landmass or a continent that we are connected to. They called us Negroes, right? They called us Black Americans, right? They called us African Americans, right? They call us Negro farmers. We are the only people that don't have a landmass. We are the only people that have been renamed 3 or 4, 5, 6 times because they don't want us. Puerto Ricans got Puerto Rico. Europeans got Europe, Africans got Africa, etc. So we can't be deported. Ha! Yeah, you can't deport us off our own land. But guess what? White people, European people. Listen, your ass from Greenland, huh? Huh? Where you from? The Netherlands? Caucasus Mountains? Spain? Where you from? They are setting up to start deporting white people. The matrix is crashing and burning. Oh, you heard me right. You heard me right. After they deport all the Mexicans, and Mexicans is here and Mexicans is there. After they deport all the Venezuelans, well, we done went over there to Venezuela and we done took over. After they deport all the Ukrainians, they can't deport Black people. So now it's dog fur on dog fur violence. And it's already beginning. Big salute. Listen, I'm the only one that's going to give you this game and give you this knowledge. Yeah, knowledge is infinite. So when you come over here, you got to know that it don't stop. Knowledge never stops. You heard it here first. Yeah, they looking at the dog fur. Yeah, dog fur is looking at dog fur, and they saying, well, goddamn, I think we got to get rid of some of the dog fur. Send your ass back to Europe. Send your ass back to Spain. Send your ass back to Greece. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? You don't believe me, do you? Yeah, you come over here, 600 people in the chat. Yeah, I ain't got 200 likes. Hit the like button and all that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let the receipt talk for itself. And then I'm gonna double back. Dog fur on dog fur violence. It's always been this way. How you think Christopher Columbus and all those other criminals got to the Americas? You think they just wanted to come over here? You think that they just wanted to come to America? Nah. It was war. It was dog fur. It was white people going against white people. There, fuck it. I said it. You know what? We're going to get into this receipt. I want y'all to listen. Yeah, I want you to pay attention. Oh yeah, you ain't never heard. Go ahead and talk. Sweetheart, go ahead and talk to the people. Look.
Look, can anybody tell me when they changed the FAFSA to want to know what kind of white we are all of a sudden? And I like how it's like they list this other white down here. Like, seriously? But like, when did they change this? This is new. This is new to me. This isn't the first time I filled out the FAFSA. So like, when did they change this? Anybody know?
It is a bad thing because they're trying to classify you based upon if you're white enough. I mean, they shouldn't be asking for your race at all. That's why I always checked other and everything that I did, because they want to determine whether or not you're worthy enough to have access to higher education and who should take priority. It's racism.
You know how we keep saying that they're coming for you next? It's not going to take long until it's at your doorstep. Specifically in the context of who are they going to make you hate once they've deported all of the brown people?
Look, can anybody tell me when they changed the FAFSA to want to know what kind of white we are?
How many times do we have to tell you that white and black are legal statuses? They have nothing to do with race or nationality. They're collapsing this fakery that we live in. They're bringing the real to the forefront. So those of y'all who don't know about nationality, yes, you were German at one time before you became white in America. You were Irish one time before you became white in America. Just like we're Moorish before we became black in America. And it's all a color of law construct that's being torn down. The federal government is based on that construct. So yes, things are about to change. You're going to notice them in the paperwork. You're going to notice this stuff happening. So all I can say is get your ducks in order. Nationality is the order of the day. And if you don't know what nationality is, you need to go look it up.
Look at this. Why the hell is the FAFSA asking what type of white I am? I don't think I have ever been asked what type of white person I am ever before.
Maybe because they've been asking us what kind of black we are for decades. African black, American black, Caribbean black. Are you Trinidadian? Are you Bahamian? Are you Ghanaian? Are you Nigerian? Are you Jamaican? Are you just regular black? Oh, and don't be Hispanic, because what kind of Hispanic are you? Or is it Latino? Are you from Mexico, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Argentina, Ecuador, Brazil? Who are you? Where are you from? Now it's finally gotten to y'all, and y'all don't like it? Oh. Now they've denigrated us and taken all our things from us, including affirmative action, called us DEI, taken our grants, our loans, our scholarships, special clubs, special programs on campus. But now they're coming for you. Because why do you think they're collecting that data? Why? Remember how they used to treat the Irish and the Italians and the Polish? Check your history. When they have no one else to blame and no one else to point fingers at. Tag, you're it. You're next. Good luck with that.
Did not tell y'all. Did I not tell y'all? I said this a year ago. I warned y'all, if you give full control to the sheeple steeple people, it's only a matter of time before they start fighting amongst themselves because they don't agree on theology. There are thousands of denominations. None of them agree with each other. And I also said they're going to start picking through the different types of white once they're done coming for us. And it's already happening. I know for sure it's already happening on the FAFSA forums. Y'all can let me know in the comments where else you've seen this or if you've seen this yet. But they are already asking Team White to now differentiate what kind of white they are. Are you German, French, English? And watching these people suddenly go, wait a minute, why is it asking me that? I've never been asked to define that before. I'm not even sure. I thought plain old white was good enough. Darling, that's just phase one. Just wait until they start deciding who counts as white enough and who's going to be the new brown. This is not new. They've done it before. The Italians, the Irish, the Scottish. They're slowly bringing back that white on white discrimination. It's not funny. Oop, it's them Italians again. We told you. Enjoy.
I'm going to show you.
Now, I'm going to stop right there. There's a couple of more receipts in there, but I want to kind of give some context to this. And it is funny. You got to understand something. Respectfully, we're not trying to disrespect you, right? But this is a reality. Now, what do you mean by that, GMB TV? Like, what are you saying when you say this, right? Why are they now separating the different whites, the different types of dog fur? Why is this a thing now? Because, I've explained to you guys, like, before the Harlem Renaissance, before Southern people came to New York City, there was a time where it was the gangs of New York. It was the dirty Irish. It was the dirty Italians. It was the dirty Polish. You understand? Just because you had the dog fur, you didn't classify as white. Your ass was Irish. You're no good. Your ass was Polish. You're no good. In due time, when the certain immigrants were allowed to come over here, black people population exploded. We was having a lot of babies. We was doing what we was doing in our neck of the woods. That's when the higher ups and the elite said, you know what? We gonna let everybody with the dog fur be white. And everybody with that type of hair classifies as white. Y'all didn't care that it was going against us. Y'all didn't care. Y'all just all classified as white. And I'm gonna let this young lady right here talk about that. Y'all all partook. Y'all all participated in white supremacy and all the good things that came with having a dog fur. Well, now that the veil has been opened, now that everything is being done in the open, those same government officials, those same higher ups and elites are now putting on applications and putting it out there. What kind of white are you? Yeah. Listen, when we go fill out applications, right? It say African or African American. Yeah. Yeah, your ass Caribbean, you Latino. They want to know. But for the white, they always just put one little box and it say white, Caucasian. And you could just check that little white box off and go on about your business. Well, now they saying, is you German? Are you French? Are you from Europe? Huh? Denmark? The Caucasus Mountains? What kind of dog fur you got up there? Now, mind you, this way it's going to get deep at. Because nobody up here really dug into the real fact on why now they are asking, what kind of white are you? And you see the young lady, God bless her soul and God bless America. God bless America. She said, I've never heard anybody ask me a question like that. I've never had anybody ask me a question about what kind of white. See, that's my Karen voice right there. That's my Karen voice right there. I've never asked anybody. Nobody's ever asked me that question. Nobody. Why would you ask me that question about what kind of white that I am? I'm just saying. So it's a real reason why they asking y'all to check put a check on what kind of white. Put it in the comment section. What kind of white are you? Put it in the comment section. What kind of dog fur do you got on? Where's your dog fur connected to? Is the dog fur connected to the Caucasus Mountains? I mean, is your dog fur connected to France, Europe, Spain, the Netherlands? Is your dog fur connected to the Netherlands? Oh, respectfully, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm not trying to disrespect your dog fur, but I'm just trying to give you some context on what's happening. And I'm going to give you some game. They playing chess at the highest level. Oh, it's a good goddamn reason why they asking you what kind. Why? I've never had anybody ask me what kind of white I am before. Why would you ask me that? We got something for you. Cameron, don't you worry, Cameron. Yeah, your ass. You up next, Cameron. That's why we asking you. That's why we need to know, because when it's time to deport your ass, Cameron, we need to know where to send you. Greece, France, Europe, Spain. Yeah, you checking the box. That's what we gonna send. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna let a little bit more of this receipt right here play. Okay? I ain't trying to disrespect you, but I am trying to tell you, oh, you thought y'all could. You been an immigrant the whole time. Karen, you an immigrant, Karen. You forgot that you was European. You forgot that. You forgot your daddy came over here. Your ass is from Ireland because you're Irish. You forgot that? Oh, yeah, I know. I know you forgot. The Matrix. You believed it. You believed the hype. You forgot you was you're Polish. You're from Poland. Huh? Your ass is Italian. You're not Caucasian. You're not white. You're not Caucasian. Your ass is from Italy. That's where we gonna send you. We're gonna send your ass back to Germany and Italy. When we figure out, when you check that box, we gonna send your ass back where you came from. Ah, you remember all those times you told us to go back to Africa? Well, guess what? We not from Africa. Yeah, shit is diabolical, ain't it? Yeah, it's diabolical. We gonna send your ass back to Scotland. Yeah, you could blow some goddamn, you could blow on them windpipes and all that, them flutes with your little kilts and all that, your little skirts. You can get back over there and get the line dancing. Yeah, it's time for you to get back over there and square line dance your ass back over there in Scotland. Yeah, it's time to get back to your roots. It's time for you to go home, respectfully. You done came over here to the Americas. You done fucked up a lot of stuff over here. All right, we let your ass, we let you do it. You fucked the farms up, the land, the water, the air, the food. It's time for your ass to go home. It's time we about to send your ass home. Go ahead and talk to the people. Yeah, look.
Something that I just screenshot from someone else's post that stopped me in my tracks. But first, let me tell you about how whenever I had to fill out demographic information in school, starting in kindergarten, the options were Caucasian white, Black, non-white Hispanic, Native American. And by the way, non-white Hispanic was non-white / Hispanic, as if those were somehow the same thing. Native American, Asian / Pacific Islander. Similarly, I didn't think that those were the same thing. And there was the other. As a child, wanting to just be as honest as possible, I chose Asian / Pacific Islander. I didn't think that those were the same thing. As you know, I'm Persian, a region that's located in West Asia. So anyway, later in life, I find out from someone, very accusatorily, by the way, that I was supposed to be putting white this whole time. And I'm like, white? And they're like, yeah, you're literally Caucasian. And I'm like, yeah, but have I had a Caucasian experience? Was I the girl with the stinky food at lunch who then had to beg her mom to make her white people food? So I went from delicious rice and stew dishes in a Tupperware to bologna and cheese because I was too embarrassed. Was I treated like a pariah after 9/11? Did kids always ask me, starting in elementary school, whether my dad was going to school? Yes to all of these. So obviously I was surprised when I learned that I was supposed to be putting white this whole time. But ask me why I feel vindicated right now.
I don't think I have ever been asked what type of white person I am ever before.
Hey, yo, so this is bad.
All right, well, I ain't gonna let homie talk. I ain't listen to the Rainbow Coalition. Salute respectfully, okay? And I want you to understand something. It's definitely levels to this. This not where we not stopping right here, but this is a stop on the road to what we talking about. They've always played chess at the highest level, and every move is very subtle. It's a subtle move to get you in a position for a checkmate. You understand what I'm saying? So now we need to know what type of white. We are no longer asking and letting you just Caucasian your way through life. No longer. Your ass from Greenland, your ass from the Netherlands. Where are you from? Where are you from originally? What are you? That is a subtle move on the chessboard of life to set you up for deportation. Okay? So I know it's coming from a melanated black man. You don't want to hear it from me, so I let some of your people talk to you. I let some of your people. You ain't never had to experience this, because after so many years and decades and centuries of melanated people being the brunt of the force of the discrimination, all of these different titles, right? It's nowhere else for the evil to go. There's nowhere else for the evils to look. And when it gets to that point, the evil will eat itself. You understand what I'm saying? It goes from dog fur to black people to dog fur on dog fur violence. And we have examples of this in history. This is not something that has just become, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all always say we don't have culture, we don't have history, but we absolutely do have culture, and we absolutely do have history. Our culture is what fuels the globe. Black people, our culture is people on every continent that emulate what we do, that emulate how we dress, how we talk, how we walk, how we move through life. It is people on every continent somehow, some way have clothes that we influence. Our culture does that, but you guys have culture as well. Europeans, white people, y'all have a rich culture as well, but that culture is rich with war. It is rich with hate. It is rich with grape, with thievery, with robbery, with taking things. Y'all have a rich culture of white on white violence. And I'm gonna give you an example. Like I said before, why do you think Christopher Columbus so-called discovered the Americas? Because he just was exploring no, it was a war going on over there. It was pure versus unpure. It was a certain level of dog fur that was telling the other people, y'all ain't pure like us. Y'all might look like us, but you ain't pure. You ain't got that pure in you. And they was going to war with each other, and they cast those guys out. They cast them out. That's why when they was criminals, they was inmates. They were the scum of society that were on those boats. The Mediterranean, the Marina, whatever they used to name those boats when they came over to the Americas. Those people were the scum of that society that were cast out. That's why when they came to America, they were disease ridden. They didn't know no other way but to pillage. They didn't know how to trade. They didn't know how to be civilized. They didn't know how to build something amongst people. They were castaways. Soon as they shook your hand, the whole South America basically passed away from disease. Soon as they got off them boats and they shook hands, people was dying. They had blankets with smallpox. You think they just had blankets with smallpox tucked over there in the corner? Nah, they was sleeping on. That was their blankets that they were given. They didn't. Okay, that's what's about to happen with the guy that's in office, Donald Trump, the higher ups in the elites, the reptilians. They are reaching a point where it ain't nothing else you could do. I mean, that's why they ain't messing with black. We done did it already. We done went through it all already. Ain't nothing else you could do to us. Now it's the Venezuelans, it's the Mexicans, it's the Haitians, it's all these other people that's being introduced to what we have already experienced. But what happens when all those people, when it just burns out? What happens when there's nobody else that? Didn't you check Europe? Your ass going back to the UK. United Kingdom, your ass going home. Now, I mean, again, when I say the matrix is crashing, the matrix involves white supremacy. And when you listen to Sophia Stewart talk, what you will understand is this was all prophesized. This shit ain't happening by coincidence. The downloads have been downloaded already. There is no running from this. I told y'all, every stone will be overturned. There is no hiding from this. There is no doomsday bunker that's going to be able to save you from this. Y'all got to understand that it's deeper than logic sometimes. Sometimes it's spiritual. Sometimes it's deeper than what you can logically understand, what you can the logic that you can connect. You got to understand that this shit becomes spiritual. It becomes what we got connected through this melanin. It's a certain level that you can't penetrate that. You can't access. You have no access to the level that this melanin allows me to access, to the level that this melanin allows Sophia Stewart to access. She gave y'all Terminator 2 Judgment Day. She told y'all we was going to create AI. It was going to become so powerful like Skynet. You know, the internet, Skynet. She told y'all the downloads downloaded and y'all took that shit and y'all played with it and y'all manipulated it and y'all perverted it. And y'all went ahead and we watching, listen to me. We watching this shit happening and all my people are saying, yo, man, ain't this like what happened on the Terminator 2? Skynet, the internet, AI. Didn't Skynet get so smart that it realized that humans was the problem and blew this whole shit up with a... And they still gonna make AI. The white people still out there creating AI machines. After we watched Terminator 2 and we watched those machines get to go into war with the people and all that, the dog first still thought that it was smart to go right out there and create the same goddamn machines that Sophia Stewart told your silly ass not to make. Told you what was gonna happen. Oh yeah, we not talking about celebrity gossip right now. We not talking about that. We talking about this. So it's almost time to send your ass back to the house. You gotta go home. You can't. You listen. You ain't got to go home, but your ass can't stay here no longer. Yeah, we can't have you. We told you what was gonna happen, and you still went out there and created AI, artificial intelligence. Let me tell y'all something to all the youngsters. I would suggest you go and you rent or you buy Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I have it. I have paid for it. I can watch it anytime I like to watch it, right here in these YouTube streets. Yeah, I go through YouTube and I buy certain movies. And when I'm driving, I like to watch. I always watch it because I remember when I first saw it and how it made me feel. And then to be able to say that I have lived long enough to see that movie turn into reality, it's like, bro, it's really unreal. It's really like something I can't really even explain. It's hard to really articulate what that feels like, but we watched it. We watched Skynet turn to the internet. We watch these motherfuckers still go out there and make these robots we've been looking at. So what is happening is, you know, y'all eat your own. Y'all eat your young. Y'all, it's only a matter of time before you're going to turn on yourself. After you realize how resilient we are as a people, you realize it ain't nothing you could do. It's nothing you could do to us. There, you can't separate us from our land. It's nothing you could name us that could relinquish this land to you. It is not yours. And Donald Trump was needed. I know it looked bad outside. I know we watching all this shit happening and we saying, man, we shouldn't have. Nah, let me tell you something. The last thing you would want is for all this shit to be happening and everybody pointing the finger at a so-called black woman, even though we know Kamala, she ain't black. She washed her collard greens in the bathtub. She goddamn sure ain't black, but that's what they was gonna call her. They was gonna call her a black woman. So, you know, like it or love it, you gotta understand something. Trump was necessary. And I'm gonna go into this next angle, but I'm gonna let Trump segue me into this next angle. I wanna say this. I wanna really say this, right? One thing for sure, two things for certain. You gotta give Trump his credit on the simple fact that Trump is doing what the fuck he wanna do. See, I ain't gonna lie to you, and I want to say this for everybody. I know my wife, she probably watching, and everybody else that's paying attention, right? You know, I've been sick of like Joe Biden and all these other presidents acting like they can't do this and saying they can't do that and telling us that Congress wouldn't pass this bill and Congress wouldn't pass that bill and it's not my fault, it's Congress' fault. Oh, I don't think that, you know what? Russia is not going to go into the Ukraine. And if they go into the Ukraine and then Russia goes into the Ukraine and then we blame it on Congress that we ain't doing nothing. See, the one thing you got to give Donald Trump is he's doing what the fuck he want to do. He's showing us that it was never Congress. That if you really wanted to put the reparations out there, you could put the reparations out there. You could overdo and overwrite Congress. Right or wrong, he's doing what he want to do, and I gotta respect that. I gotta at least respect that much. Listen, right or wrong, he going to get that oil, and it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. And you know, now I'm gonna play this last receipt. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the homie Haas. Not only did you guys or those people, the reptilians, you know, dog fur having, whatever you want to call it, right? Not only are you guys in trouble as far as deportation, y'all pay so much attention to racism towards black people or melanated people that you are not guarding your king. You are not playing chess in a defensive manner because you are so worried about what black people are doing. You are so worried about how black people are moving, what we are getting, what we are not getting, that you're not paying attention to the enemy looking for your king. This whole deportation shit that's on the horizon, that's a move that's almost a checkmate. Not only is that an issue, but the stolen knowledge, the stolen technology, you guys, let me make sure that I articulate this the right way. They told y'all that mankind and the human race started in Africa, right? That's what they told y'all, right? Put a 1 in the chat if they told y'all and y'all believe that mankind and the human race started in Africa. Put a 1 in the chat if that's what you learned in school. Big salute to the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if that's what you learned in school. That's what they told y'all, right? Mankind, you know, the human race started in Africa, right? And you know, everybody believed it, I'm sure, right? Yeah, I see a lot of 1s in the chat. A lot of 1s in the chat, man. Right? If that was the case, then they would be in Africa. What I'm here to tell you is America is America is where it originated at. America is where all the oldest pyramids are. The Americas, South and North America. All right. That's why they tell y'all it's Africa is the motherland, but everybody's in America. That's why they tell y'all that. They all anything that they teach you, you got to look at it in reverse. Why would they tell you Africa is the motherland, but they fighting for America? Okay? In those Grand Canyons that we are not allowed to go into, in all these areas like Area 51, all of these government enclosed areas in the Americas is where they found the real tombs, the original pyramids, the original pharaohs, all of the gold, all of the riches, all of the things that we learn about happening in Egypt. America is the real Egypt. America is the first Egypt. America is where they found, and why you think Mensa Musa had to come to the Americas? The richest man in Africa, Mensa Musa, the richest man to ever walk the face of the globe, Mensa Musa. He saddled up like 5,000 boats and he traveled to the Americas. We didn't travel to Africa. Why you think that happened? Because of the knowledge over here that he needed. And we gave him and them the knowledge. We gave them the information. We told them how to align with the stars. That's why pyramids over here are older than the pyramids in so-called Egypt. Okay? So I want to start right there. It all happened right here first. Okay? Secondly, the technology that was stolen. Y'all, when y'all get a chance, y'all go do your research on the world fairs in the Americas. Out there in St. Louis, out there in Chicago, all over the Americas, the world fairs. And I want y'all to look at the buildings and look at the architect. Look at all of the marvels of the world fairs in the Americas. And then you got to ask yourself, how did they build those castles? How did they build those magnificent structures? How and what did they use to build that? Back in those days, they had unlimited electricity. Stolen technology. Nikola Tesla didn't come up with that. That was something that he discovered. That was a download. That was something that was already here. Limitless energy. Okay? Now, I'm going somewhere with this because I'm gonna close out. We going live again tonight at 11:30, but I'm going somewhere with this. I want y'all to listen to what they saying took place out there in Venezuela. I want y'all to listen to the technology and the weaponry that they used out there in Venezuela, because a lot of people is asking the question, yo, GMB TV, how the hell did Trump send people into Venezuela when they got a huge army? They got a lot of weaponry. They got a lot of guns and missiles. How were they able to get in there, bypass all those people with no casualties and walk out of Venezuela with the president and his goddamn wife? Grown Man Business TV, can you explain that to us? Well, guess what? They used stolen technology and they weaponized it. They weaponized it. Stolen technology that they found in the Americas, not in Africa. Yeah. Again, look at the old maps. It say Morocco over here in America. It say Egypt over here in America. It say all of it. Africa is not even the original name of the continent of Africa. Africa is a name from a Roman or a Greek soldier or general who conquered it. He was Africana, and they named Africa after him. His name was like Africana, dog fur having motherfucker had a bunch of dog. So when y'all call it Africa, y'all don't even understand what y'all even saying. Africa is from some Greek motherfucker who was conquering y'all over there. Some Roman general who his name was Africana something, and they goddamn named the whole continent after him. What I'm telling you is we are in America, we are on the original land. That's why y'all yearn to come over here. That's why this dog fur having people is fighting so hard to come over here. That's why your ass can't go in the Grand Canyon. Yeah, Area 50, where they got you thinking Area 51 is where some goddamn aliens is at. They got you scared to go over. They done made movies and all that. Got you scared to the motherfucker to go over there to Area 51 because you thinking it some extraterrestrials over there. Whole time, ancient technology. I'm going to play this last receipt, and I want y'all to listen to this. They about to deport your ass. Y'all asses is up next. We told you already. But not only are they going to start deporting, not only is it going to get real wicked, but the weaponry is about to change. You know what? Listen to this. Big salute to the chat. Listen to this.
A security guard that was protecting Maduro has spoken, and you got to hear what he said. It's in Spanish, but I'll translate. Also, Trump announced that, the cartels, they're going after him in Mexico. The whole vibe of Latin America has changed because of what happened in Venezuela. And now that we're getting firsthand accounts from people that were there, the soldier says they didn't hear him coming. He says the Americans had technology superior to anything they've ever seen. Everything that they were using for radar, for anything, was completely taken offline. They had drones, and the drones were taking out bases and taking out things faster. They didn't have no technology. They've never had to fight against drones. He also talks about that there was only 8 helicopters. There was only 20 men that were sent in. And those 20 men killed hundreds of their men. And none of those soldiers were injured. He talks about it felt like they were firing 300 rounds a minute. Nothing they've ever seen, nothing that they can compete with. And then he also talks to the fact that the Americans had some kind of sonic shock boom that was sent out, and everybody immediately started bleeding profusely out of their nose. They couldn't even gather themselves because whatever was sent at them made them fall to their knees and vomit blood out of their mouth and out of their noses. They were incapacitated immediately. He says he never wants to go through that again. Doesn't want to have to fight with the Americans again. He's sending warnings to everybody out there that you think you can fight the Americans. You don't even know what their weaponry is like and what they're capable of. 20 men took out hundreds, and that's starting to spread all through Latin America. And now they're not saying, if you want me, come and get me anymore. They're like, oh shit. Especially after Trump says, hey, Mexico, you're on the list too.
Now, I want to give you some context on what you just heard, right? Notice, nobody is talking crazy to Trump, right? Trump told these people, he said, listen, man, we went in there. We gave y'all a round of what we got. We was planning on giving y'all a second round, but guess what? It don't look like we gonna need to do that. It don't really look like we gonna need to give y'all a second round unless y'all want smoke, right? When it initially first happened, right? Dude out there in Cuba was getting on live. He was all on the TV screen saying, yeah, Trump, if you want smoke, come and get me. If this what you want, you saying we next? He was talking real crazy, right? Notice, ain't nobody saying nothing. Nobody is saying a word right now. Everybody's geared up for sure. North Korea, South Korea, China, everybody, Russia, everybody's definitely grabbing hold of whatever they got. But from what this man is saying, his word is traveling about what happened out there in Venezuela. And it wasn't just some goddamn Navy SEALs over there doing work. It wasn't some goddamn black ops over there jumping out of airplanes and kidnapping the president. Them motherfuckers use some shit, some technology. And see, nothing is more powerful than word of mouth. You understand? Oh, The word is going to travel. I don't care what you say. Whatever they saw happen out there, that shit is traveling. That shit is globe trotting. Whatever. Hey, listen. Whatever they saw Donald Trump using over there in Venezuela, the information is globe trotting. That shit is hopping from continent to continent. Motherfuckers just talk. These motherfuckers making phone call, man. Hey, man. They hit his ass. Motherfuckers said they used a sonic boom, and everybody started bleeding profusely from their nose and throwing up blood. Motherfucker hit their ass. That's how they went in there and got that man. That's why it wasn't no hold. You want stolen technology. Now, mind you, everybody talking about nuclear war. Yeah, y'all got nuclear bombs. Russia, I'm sure, China, all of y'all got, China, they got atomic bombs and they got hydrogen bombs. China said they got a hydrogen bomb. They got a motherfucking bomb called 61. It's a big ass bomb that holds 61 nuclear warheads in 60 nuclear warheads in one hydrogen bomb. Y'all ain't never heard about that, have you? Yeah, I do my due diligence. China got a bomb called 61. It has 60 nuclear warheads in one hydrogen bomb that will circle the fucking globe if they drop it, right? So we all got nukes. We all got that. But when it come to hand-to-hand combat, when it come to like us just going to war without destroying the earth, y'all ain't got that sonic boom he was talking about. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't got that motherfucker. That motherfucker got some shit. Yeah, listen, respectfully. Appreciate that 5-piece nugget, man. I've been hearing about guns and certain weaponry that they got where they can shoot a frequency at you and give you a heart attack. Shoot like a radio wave at you and damage you. Where you think they got that from? Where you think they got this shit from? And they had it for a long time. They just backing it out now. This ain't something they just came up with. This ain't something they just made up yesterday. This is technology they've been having. But now it's time to back it out. Now it's time to show you we got it. We need y'all to get in check. We about to show y'all we got this. Stolen technology. Okay? So, you know, you gotta really put all this together. And I told y'all, and I always say this, it's a reason why I don't do the fear mongering. I don't get up here. I'm not trying to scare you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. It ain't enough. Listen, you get you some water. Make sure you got some reserves and you got some things and you got some charcoal and lighter fluid and certain things that can, pile up on bottled water. You know what I'm saying? I respect all of that. But what I understand that a lot of these other people don't understand is that it ain't enough motherfucking food reserves for you. It ain't enough water, B. It ain't enough. I don't care how much water and food that you preserve, that you stack up on. Who's to say when it go down, you even gonna be at the house? That's why that movie, The Days After The Stranger, it was a movie they had that was on Netflix about a year ago where it was showing that we went to war and how it was looking and how people was, all the Tesla cars. If you know the name of that movie or that movie they had on Netflix, you can put it in the chat. But all the Tesla cars had broke down on the highway and all the Tesla cars was just driving and crashing. The homie Haas and a lot of other these YouTubers, they always talk about Leave the World Behind. Exactly, that movie. Powerful movie. You know what I took from that movie? Out of everything we saw, the airplanes falling out the sky, the Tesla cars, everything that was taking place. What I took from that movie is at the end of that movie, that little girl found a doomsday bunker full with food, candy, water, DVDs, electricity, so that you could now watch like old DVDs. A little girl found it. And what resonated with me was The person who spent all that money on that doomsday bunker, the person that filled up that doomsday bunker with all of the stuff that he was going to want, all of the things that he was going to need, the food, the candy, the water, the magazines, the DVDs. When it all went down, he wasn't even close enough to get back to the doomsday bunker. When it all went down, he wasn't even in position. He was probably somewhere in another state. He was probably at work. He might have been at a wedding. He might have been on vacation. When it was time to go down, he didn't even make it back to the doomsday bunker. That shit was left for that little girl and her family. What's up, baby girl? How's work? Hey, do me a favor, look in that oven and look at that chicken. So, how look? It look like it's done? Are you making barbecue chicken or grilled chicken? Yeah, pull it out. Nah, matter of fact, I'll do it. Big salute to the chat. Let me do something real quick, y'all. Let me handle some business real quick. I got chicken in the oven. Yeah, I'm cooking. Y'all forgot. Yeah, look, you ain't even hold it. Sit right there real quick. It's facing the 40, so. Oh, wow.
It looks good though. If you cover it, you making barbecue chicken?
I was gonna make one barbecue. You want me to make both barbecue, or you want me to leave one?
You can leave one. I don't.
I'll just make both. You want me to make both, or you just leave one?
I just make one.
Yeah, I just want it to be close. 40, but then I got you know how to make asparagus?
No.
I'll make it in a few.
I eat mine. I eat mine with rice.
You don't want asparagus? Make rice. Make rice for sure.
There's already rice in there.
Okay, we might have to make some more. I'm probably too.
Too rice? No, there's a lot of rice.
What's a lot of rice? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, asparagus, I'm gonna make that in a few minutes, man. And then you put,
Is this enough?
yeah, shit. But I probably make some more. Matter of fact, no, that should be enough. I got, because Lily sent, she sent, Jamaican food. She sent me some Jamaican food. So that's why I made it. I was like, man, she sent me some Jamaican food. So I was like, let me make this so you can have it for varieties. Do me a favor, put this, put aluminum foil on top of that. And then, I'm gonna close out.
Are you making asparagus?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you can have a couple of them. You'll like it, trust me.
Yes, I like asparagus.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make that in a few seconds. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, man, I had some.
You got more cupcakes?
Huh?
You got more cupcakes?
Yeah. Cause I was gonna eat that last cupcake, and then I felt bad, cause I had ate a couple of them, so I just went ahead and got I forgot the ice though, but I was like, let me just get another pack, cause yeah, I like to eat them late night type shit. Yeah, I got two different. I got barbecue chicken, and then I got baked chicken, and I had them in the oven. I like my chicken like overcooked a little bit, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad my daughter just came, because them shits would have been burnt. And I mean, I start getting in the zone, they would have been burnt. But anyway, right? The stolen technology. The stolen technology is still usable, because it was a lot of stolen technology that they came across in the Americas. And I saw that in the chat, right? Where you said you could fit 50 Americas on the continent of Africa, and you right about that. You are 100% right about that. So you put that into your mental Rolodex. If you could fit 50 Americas on top of Africa, why the hell is all of y'all coming to the Americas? Why is all these Africans coming to America? If Africa's so big and so powerful and so full with natural resources, why is your innate, you know what I mean? Why is your innate energy to get on a boat or a plane and come to the Americas? Because it don't matter how big the continent is. Where is the energy at? Where is the energy at? You know how many pyramids is in America? If those pyramids over there in the so-called Egypt are so powerful, then imagine what's going on in America with all the pyramids that we got in South and North America that's in line with the cosmos, in line with certain stars, in line with certain galaxies, and they are older. They're older than the pyramids that y'all worship. The pyramids, you know that though, but we like it's the real like the tombs that they found in the Grand Canyon. They don't even tell y'all about. I'm gonna do some due diligence so I can get the actual names of these tombs. But the treasures in the tombs that they found in the Grand Canyon, they ain't finding that shit in Africa. So I saw that in the chat and I meant to address that. But listen, homie, it's a reason why Mensa Musa came over here. The richest man that ever walked the face of the globe, a black man from Africa. He got word on what we was doing over here in the Americas. He got word. It got to him. Yo, you know what the fuck is going on over there in America? You know what? Send out 400 ships so they could go out and come back and report to me what's going on. Those 400 ships went out and they never came back. Mensa Musa built up 5,000 ships and he got on that motherfucker and he came over here himself and got the knowledge and took it back. Yeah, man. I be multitasking. Listen. I'm gonna end with this, but I got a message for y'all as well. Y'all be multitasking. This is grown man business TV for a reason. This is grown man business. This is what grown men do. Big dogs. We can multitask. I might be texting the wife. I might be baking chicken, and I might be asking about my son, and I might be greeting all at the same time as me going live with y'all. It happens all the time. I'm talking to you, and then you see me look off. Hey, baby girl, how was work? Your work was good. Okay, whoa. I do it all the time. I wear many hats. Okay. The matrix is crumbling right in front of us. White supremacy, the whole construct of race is crumbling right in front of us. The energy that has been put out has to come back. Now they asking y'all, what kind of white are you? Donald Trump done backed out a motherfucking laser gun on these people. They telling the whole world. They ain't holding back. They telling they telling the world. This nigga done backed out a laser gun. He hit 400-500 of us. We all was bleeding. Where you think he got that from? The problem is, ain't no more of that. All that technology, these phones, this internet, Skynet, it's all wearing out. It's thinning out. That laser gun, he didn't want to have to back that laser gun out, but it's trying times right now. And after so much more, it ain't gonna be no more technology. It's either gonna be nuclear bombs or not. In the between time, they gonna start deporting you. Yeah, it's going. Listen, you ain't gotta go home, but you gonna have to get the fuck out of here. You ain't from here. Evolution. You've been here this whole time. Your skin still can't be in the sun. That's because you belong in the Caucasus Mountains. You belong over there in the Netherlands. You belong in Iceland, where your fur can grow and your fur can really benefit you when you out there in Iceland. All that fur that you've been shaving off your neck. See, you doing that because you ain't really supposed to be over here. You trying to adapt to this environment that's not your environment. It's about time that you go home, brother. All right, to my Caucasian counterparts, to my Caucasoid brothers, we ain't helping you. Don't you get the calling. We ain't marching. We ain't protesting. Yes, they're gonna give you a deportation package. Yeah, they're gonna hit your ass with about $5,000-$10,000. Yes, it's called a deportation package. You know about it. And we gonna watch you walk on that goddamn boat, or we gonna watch you walk on that plane where you came from, and it's gonna be sayonara. You know, we got the internet. It's time for y'all to go build your community. It's time for you to go home. It's time for you to let your fur grow and let your soul glow. You got to be a part of the culture to know what I'm talking about. Let your fur grow and let your soul glow. I was about to give you some vocal. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I was about to give you, I was gonna say I was gonna do it, but I ain't gonna do that. All right. Now listen, man. We doubling back tonight, probably about 11:30. And we going live again. I'm gonna say 11:30. And we're gonna talk, man. I got a message, you know what I'm saying, that I want to speak to the whole situation with like Clarissa Shields. I got a song I'm finishing up right now called Clarissa Shields. It will be on the project that will be available soon. Trust me. And I got a download about that, and I want to get that off my chest so that I don't have to think about talking about it again. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. It's getting wicked outside. It's a deep situation what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And in the good book, the Most High told Moses to take the land. You know what I'm saying? And Moses, he attempted to do just that. Take the land. He didn't say, hang out with the people. He didn't say make babies with the Nephilim. He didn't say pray for them. He didn't say, in the book it said take the land. And Moses he second guessed. He didn't have faith, and he wasn't able or allowed to go into the promised land. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to speak to this, Joshua. Because I always get biblical with this. Joshua, he went into the promised land, and he took a lot of the land for the Israelites, and they had exactly what the Most High said he had promised for them. But when Joshua died, I think it's the book of, no, it's not Deuteronomy, it's not the book of Numbers. It's one of those books. I can't think of the name of the book, but it's not Deuteronomy. It's not the book of Numbers. But after Joshua died, right? The people, God's chosen people, they became happy and fruit. Leviticus. There it is. That's what we do over here. In the book of Leviticus, after Joshua passes away, God's people, the chosen people, they begin to party. They begin to have fun. They begin to do all of the things that you see us doing today. And they forgot about the Most High, Yahshua, whatever you want to call. They forgot about what happened. And they began to go against. They began to not follow the code. And one of the codes was not to interact with your neighbors in the promised land. When we came to the promised land, there was some giants in there. You are not supposed to interact with the giants. You're not supposed to marry with the giants. You're not supposed to have babies with the giants. You're not really supposed to. He said, stay away. And what did in the book of Leviticus, those people, after Joshua, their leader, after he died, they started to have babies with their neighbors. They started to party. They started to engage. They started to, God said, take the land. He said, kill all. Basically, he said, get rid of all of them. Whoever is not you, whoever is not the son and the children of God, if you are not a part of this 12 tribes, then you have to be eradicated. And they started feeling sorry, and they started to get soft, and they started to, try to bend the rules. And that's what we have begun to do. I'm not saying we are the Israelites. What I am saying is mighty close. I mean, everything about it is right. We have become soft towards the same people that encaged and enslaved our ancestors, the same people that was feeding our ancestors babies to fucking alligators, the same people that was hanging black men, they'll come in they'll come in your community, hang your wife, your grandmama, your daughter, and your motherfucker, they'll hang out. It's pictures of them hanging whole families, Man, woman, and child, hanging them from trees. And we done started having babies with these people. We done started motherfucking engaging and loving and feeling bad for these people. The same ancestors. God said, do not fuck with them. He said, take the land by any means necessary. And just like the book of Leviticus, what we start doing, we start getting, a little nonchalant. We start saying, you know what? They way off over there. Let them have that little land. We ain't trying to go to war. We just want to live. God said to get rid of their ass, but you know what? We going to let them do. And God told, the Most High told them people, because they were being nice, he said, I'm going to let your enemies enslave you. I'm going to allow these same people that you are having babies with, that you are mingling with, that you went against my word for, these same people that you allowed to live, I'm gonna allow them to enslave you. I'm gonna allow them to keep their foot on your neck and make you pay taxes. This is in the this is in the good book. Go look at a story about Leviticus. He told, so these same people that enslaved our ancestors, now we having babies with them. We feeling bad for them. That's why. That's how we got in this predicament. Why you think you paying all these motherfucking taxes? Why you think we pay taxes? How you think we got in this position? Oh, I had to get biblical with this before I got out of here. Yeah, I'm surgical with this shit, Jake, but I had to get biblical because it always circles back to the biblical side of this. God, he said this, it's in the book. You ain't got to read the book no more. You could get like audio book. They got pages on YouTube where you could watch videos of them acting out. You know what I'm saying? These different stories and these different chapters in the Bible. And every time in the book of Leviticus, the Most High would speak through one of our people, turn him into a Messiah, turn him into a voice, a vessel for the word of the Most High. They would come, we would conquer, and then they would die. And after they die, just like Nipsey Hussle, Tupac Shakur, Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, when they die, then we forget all over again. And we start partying, we start smoking, we start drinking, we start having babies with the white ladies, we start laying down with the dog fur, we start having this and doing that. And then next thing you know, we end up trapped again. And it happens over and over and over and over again. Yeah, the book of Judges. It's one of them. I'm no scholar with this. I'm no scholar. That's why y'all could come over here and we could do this because, and I'm going to end with this. I'm no scholar with this. The information that I get is powerful. The downloads that I get is powerful. But nobody's a scholar. Nobody can. Knowledge is infinite. And I'm going to close with this. I say that to say this, right? To everybody in my DM, especially the guys that's in my comment section. Yo, this ain't grown man business. What about this is grown man business? Why blah blah? That's why it's called Grown Man Business TV. The TV is because it's entertainment, and I don't ever want you to think that I'm here to tell you how to be a man. I'm not here to tell you how to get. I'm not here to tell you how to find a wife. I'm not here to tell you how to be to your girlfriend. I'm not here to tell you how to goddamn invest in stock. I'm not here to tell you what you need to do in life. I'm not here to tell you how to be a man. I am not your father. I am not your daddy. I got kids and a wife, and I got a family that I had to learn how to lead, and I had to bump my head, and I had to go through the ups and downs to gain this shit right here. So the TV on the back of Grown Man Business is just for that. So don't come on, I never wanted to be the guy telling you how to be a grown man and do grown man business. Let me give you some game. There is a content creator on YouTube with the same name as me, Grown Man Business. The only difference is I'm Grown Man Business TV. He's Grown Man Business. He started way before me. He had way more subscribers than me. But he gets on his platform and he tries to tell you how to be a man. He tries to tell you how you should act and how a man should be and how a man should do. And that's why my channel blew past his channel. Because it's multiple different facets of what a man is. Oh, multiple different facets. Yeah, I said facets of what a man is. So I could never tell you how to be a man. I could never tell you how to get rich. The same things that work for me is not going to work for you. That's why you are who you are. That's why you're a man in your own right. So always be weary when another man try to. Now, what I can do is I can tell you what's come to me. I can deliver the downloads. You take these downloads and you perceive them how you perceive them. You apply your perspective to the knowledge that I'm giving you. And then you apply it to your mental Rolodex and you take it and you use it and you apply it to your life. I'm going to give you the game from these downloads. You take it as your own man and you apply it to life. That's why we all have our own individual walk with the Most High. I can't tell you how to walk with the Most High. I can't tell you what you should be doing. I can't tell you what you need to. I'm no idol. I'm not perfect. I had to go marry my wife, go through the ups and downs to understand what marriage is about. I had to go have my children, go through the ups and downs of what being a father is about, go through the good and the bad of this shit. I had to do that, and you got to do the same thing. So for all of you in my DM and all in my comments, oh, this isn't grown man business. Yeah, it's grown man business TV. I'm not your daddy, nigga. Don't come to me asking me about, I'm trying to get 100 million just like you, but I'm trying to do it organically. I'm trying to get that 100 million organically. Okay? Now, you're going to get some of this game and you can't apply it and you might get rich. You might be able to use some of this shit and apply it to your life, but don't get it confused. And salute to the other grown man business. I'm Grown Man Business TV. Go to his channel. He going to tell you how to be a man and and then he going to go to work and he going to have his construction hat on and you going to be saying to yourself, I don't know if I'm, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm a listening homie. I'm not your goddamn daddy. My daughter just walked in, that I'm her daddy. My wife like to call me daddy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wifey get to calling me daddy sometimes, but I'm not your goddamn daddy. I'm not your, don't come to me for that. Respectfully, I just wanted to put that out there because I was thinking about that when I seen somebody, this ain't grown man business. Why we ain't talking about taxes? Why we ain't talking about this, blah, blah. Well, nigga, you want to know, I like to watch the Wall Street Trapper. Yeah, when I want to look at stocks and bonds and how to invest money, I go to the Wall Street the Wall Street Trapper. When I want to learn about taxes, I find a YouTuber that do taxes. Yeah. Oh, wow, it's a grown man business. You shut your mouth. I ain't your motherfucker. You got daddy issues. I ain't your daddy, nigga. Yeah, I put a boot in your ass, nigga. I ain't your daddy. I put a boot right in your ass. Don't come over here for daddy advice. Okay, I got 3 women that call me daddy. I got 2 daughters and a wife, and they like to call me daddy. Respectfully. I wanted to throw that out there. Yeah, the Wall Street Trapper. I like to watch his channel because he does good investments. And he says, yo, go check out this cryptocurrency, and I go look at it. Yeah, XRP and all that. I put money in XRP. Okay? This ain't grown, man. Get get your ass up out of here, man. Respectfully, man. Yeah. When did grown men start talking about in grown man business, blah, blah, blah? I ain't here to tell you how to be a man. I ain't here to tell you what to do. I don't get it. You gonna have to figure out the same way I figured it out. All right? In the between time, we could get with these downloads and all that. In the between time of figuring out how to be a man and figuring out how to get to the next level, we could deliver these downloads. All right? Big salute to the chat. Yeah, I see that. 285 with the likes. Get that thing to 300, man. We gonna get up out of here. We doubling back at 11:30, so that ain't in no time. That's about an hour and a half. It's gonna be a late night live stream for anybody and everybody that's gonna be up, scrolling through the algorithm and all that. You know what I'm saying? We will be up later. I'm gonna be up late all week because I'm gonna be studying. I've been studying all week. I gotta take these endorsement tests on Friday, so you know, I'm gonna go live probably for an hour tonight, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of the night studying, and I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow, every day until Friday, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get these endorsements. That's happening for sure. All right, so listen, man. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest that you tap in. Listen. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest that you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. I'm only here to give you this game straight, raw, pure dope. No fentanyl, no quinine, no baking soda. We ain't water whipping this dope, and we ain't counter whipping this dope. The content is pure. Straight off the brick into the bottles. All right? It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. No man is safe from. You understand what I'm saying? The downloads are real, my G. This is not something that I just made up for YouTube. The downloads are real. And Sophia Stewart delivered a download 30 years ago, predicting everything we are seeing right now. Sophia Stewart, make sure you put that in your mental Rolodex. Do some research. A prodigy. She was speaking fluent English at the age of 3. Literally, a prodigy in her own right. Robbed of her intellectual properties by the dog fur. Yeah, the Wachowski brothers, they didn't come up with the Matrix. The Wachowski sisters, whatever it is, Wachowski, whatever. I don't speak I'm not an Englishman. But if your ass is from England, you're probably going to end up back over there. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Skynet, the internet. Man versus the machine. All this shit has been predicted. It's already been written. Okay? Now they asking you, what kind of white are you? We always been asking that question. I already told you. I've been telling you that for a long time, that you was an immigrant over here. You're not really white. You're European, you're Spaniard, you're not white. I've been telling you that for a long time, but now the white man is telling you. The white man is saying, hey, man, your ass is from France. Where you from again? Oh, this gonna be a sight. I'm gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna sit back and we gonna watch. The same way they running up in those Somalians and all that, they gonna be running up in them suburbs where your white ass is at, and they gonna get to deporting your ass. You're from France, you're from Netherlands, you're from Iceland, you're from the Caucasus Mountains, you're from Europe, you're Spaniard. And I'm gonna have me a big bowl of popcorn, respectfully. Last but not least, these weapons of mass destruction. Hey, listen, they talk about nuclear bombs because they got some other shit that you don't know about. Stolen technology. Anything they talk about and they tell us about, it's only because they don't want us to look that way. They don't want us to look up. They want us to fall for the double cross when I always tell you to pay attention to what? The triple cross. Always. All right? Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button. JP. Yeah, my homie, Joseph Perez, Charlie P, Mr. Universe, Breezy Santana. Big salute to my wrenches in here. Dresky. Everybody all in the chat, all my wrenches and all that. Hey, Breezy, man, get you some hot tea, man, with some honey. You know what I'm saying? And some ginger, man. Go get you some fresh ginger, man, and put that in the hot tea, man, with a a teaspoon of honey on top of that, man. Clear you right up. You feel me? Clear you right up, my G. Make sure you put that ginger in it, though. That ginger root. You know what? Ah, fuck it. I gotta do this. Salute to my, salute to, salute to my new moderator, man, Joseph Perez, man. Yeah, salute to my new moderator, Joseph Perez. All the wrenches, show him some love, man. I just gotta have real shooters around me. I gotta have real hitters around me. Everybody ain't getting a wrench. You know, I only want real shooters and hitters around me. You know what I'm saying? So when you in the chat, all we need is one wrench. They gonna blow your ass down. Every time you play, every time you try to distract the message, they gonna do what they supposed to do. Big salute. Joseph, man. Yeah, the homie JP. I like to call him JP, you know what I'm saying? But I like to make sure he know JP. That's the homie. All right. We are approaching 56,000 subscribers as we speak. We are approaching 56,000 subscribers. We are at 55,932. All right. Organically. All right. So it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. We going to live again tonight, 11:30, 11:45. Make sure you tap in. We're going to be talking to the melanated woman again. You know what I'm saying? We going to talk. I got some things I just want to get off my chest, and then we going to move forward. All right, so you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Gang.